Good afternoon. Welcome Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for April 20th to May 3rd. And for May 20th to 24th, this is what we'll take a look at the indexes. We have a positive PNA, negative NAO, and a positive PNA. And what this leads to is, let me try to get there to. What we have is a pattern similar to what we have here. We have a ridge here over the Gulf of Alaska, Eastern Pacific, and we have a trough here, and we have positive height anomalies near Greenland. And you'll see that as we go through the period. And it starts to build there. But this is what we have, fairly amplified flow. And this is the configuration that we're looking at. The polar vortex is right here, associated with that upper low over Hudson Bay. So we have blocking going on across the North Atlantic. All right, going back to the map. Okay, so the trough will extend across the east central states. Blocking will be across the North Atlantic. And this pattern will feature an active southern stream. And I'm going to get to that now. Now, during this forecast period, we're having a system that will be exiting the Northeast or the Mid-Atlantic with mixed precipitation, probably most likely across interior Northeast, rain elsewhere. And then we have another system that will be pushing into the west, and then it'll be into the plains by Wednesday and Thursday. And this will interact with a moist flow from the Gulf of Mexico, and the result will be heavy rain, thunderstorms, maybe even severe weather. And this will also bring a threat of flooding due to already saturated soil conditions across this region. And then we go further in time, you start seeing that we have very heavy rain. This is the GFS. And we have very rain occurring across the southeast, again, an area that doesn't need any more rain. And this system pushes further into the east. Now, there'll be another system that will be entering the west later on in the period. You can see right here later in the week, and this will bring snow to portions of the Rockies. Also, with this system, as it pushes inland, we'll back up a little bit, and this system will bring period of snow to the central Rockies. Okay, we're going to look now at the period for April 25th to the 29th. And the flow flattens somewhat. We still have our blocking here across Greenland. Here's our trough kind of lifts out, and what we have is near to above normal heights across much of the nation. We have our ridge here over the Eastern Pacific and to the west. So the models are pretty good on this. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting, let me get to the map, above normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 4 degrees above normal, below normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 4 degrees below normal for precipitation. Column 4, nope, that's the wrong map. This is it. Column 4, below normal precipitation west of the divide, and column for the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%, and then above normal precipitation is forecast for this region. Probability of occurrence is 40%. Then we look at later in the period going into May, and this is for April 30th to May 3rd. And then now the GFS and the European are forecasting more amplified flow, with the trough moving into portions of the west, covering much of the western North America, and near to above normal heights, with the zone of flow across the country. So what I'm going to say is, for this period, as a compromise, because, you know, see some of the models here, this is the GEFS and then the NAEFS. they're a little different. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting little change. Oops. Oh, little changes in temperature anomalies, and then for precipitation, calling for, getting the maps mixed up, calling for below normal precipitation from the plains to the Pacific coast. I'm forecasting probability of occurrence is up to 45%, and then we have above normal precipitation here, and the probability of occurrence is about 45%, or 40%, I'm sorry. So that's the long range weather forecast discussion for April 20th to May 3rd. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.